The coronavirus in Las Vegas. So it's interesting because being in that I live here in Vegas, and we look around the world and there's this massive panic. Um, Now on the Strip, doesn't seem to be that many changes where we live. There's a lot of uh, tourists coming to town, and we have shows and nightclubs, and people are still going to clubs. They're still having a great time. And it's interesting because here on the Strip, I haven't noticed anything. I live on the Strip, so I haven't noticed much difference. But sometimes I go out to Green Valley in the suburbs where my family's at, and there's also Summerlin in the southwest and the northwest, Centennial Hills. If you know Vegas, it's a spread out community. And I see nothing but random panic. It's really funny. I mean, you go to Walmart, people are buying a bottle of water, they're buying toilet paper. Um, it's really, really ridiculous. I mean, kind of reminds me of well, this is not analogous, but it's kind of what kind of started the ruin of Vegas. Not that this is doing the same thing. But remember when there were movies about Vegas being for family and kids, and all these kids started coming to Vegas. And that really set Vegas back about 20 years, because that went on for 20 years. And even now, we're still now just getting over the it's not for kids thing. So, Vegas is not for kids. In case I haven't told anyone that, it's not for kids. Anyway, I digress. The coronavirus started in Wuhan, China. Now, I guess at some point people started eating bats. And, people say, how do you eat bats? Listen, have you been to China? I have. I've been to China. I've been to Hong Kong. Have you ever been to a place where there's absolutely no meat anywhere? Yeah, that's China. Welcome to the show. There's no meat anywhere. We call pandas cute. They call pandas food. Okay? They discovered a large, 100 tons of woolly mammoth meat in China that was frozen. And it was still good because, you know why? They were eating it. Okay? In America, we have so much abundance. We're so spoiled. We think everyone lives the same, but they don't. So obviously, in Wuhan, China, people started eating bats. I don't know at what point, but maybe it wasn't a good idea, because that seems to be the nucleus of where it started. And then it spread out, and then the PR campaign took over. Now there's a lot of political, economic, social, news. Also, there's also ratings, news ratings. You get a lot more ratings if you talk about coronavirus than if you talk about feeding the homeless, or if you talk about new orphans getting parents. So I mean, it's bombastic. It's pseudo event, as we say in communications. So this whole coronavirus thing has really taken over, but it hasn't really hit Vegas too hard. As far as the Strip, the airport, everything is going as normal. Okay, but I'll tell you what is true though. We are still very aware of it. My son was coughing. He has had the flu for a while. He was coughing at Excalibur, and they escorted him out. Because I keep telling him to cover his cough like this. I guess he covers it like this. I mean, I don't know why he does that, but they escorted him out because that's the number one way to catch coronavirus is coughing. So if someone's coughing, get about 6 feet away from them. Make sure you're 6 feet away, because it's coughing and sneezing that's causing the spread. That's the primary cause of the spread. And then the coughing and sneezing, so you should always wipe your counters with Lysol or cleaning supplies like I do. Keep your hands clean all the time. And as they say, don't touch your mouth or your face, because one thing is touching the counter after someone sneezed on with coronavirus, but then you're touching your face, your mouth, you're rubbing your chin. All of a sudden, I just did it. Shit. I could be done. I just fucking did it. I'm just kidding. No, so don't touch your face. Try not to touch your face. That's how it spreads. But it's completely overblown. It's not affecting Vegas. Still come to Vegas. Still have a good time. Go to the nightclubs. There's 2,000 cases worldwide, or 2,000 deaths worldwide of coronavirus. In the United States, there's between 20 and 60,000 deaths per year from the common flu. Just in the US, just from the flu. So that should put it into perspective, okay? 2,000 deaths worldwide of coronavirus, or 20,000 deaths to 60,000 deaths a year of the flu just in America. And one of the things too is it's really affecting elderly people who are already sick. God bless them. But if you have a pre-existing condition and you're elderly and you get coronavirus, it's not good. But normally they have pre-existing conditions, they're older, and they're already sick. Those are the ones that are most apt to die from coronavirus. If you're healthy like me or you or inept, then you're going to be just fine if you get coronavirus. Okay? So please stop panicking. Relax. We're going to get through this. We're Americans. We're Las Vegans. Sin City is still fun as hell. Come to Sin City, come have some fun, and don't worry about the coronavirus. It's a way to sell. It's like clickbait. It's a way to sell newspapers. It's a way to get viewers on news channels, but it's definitely not affecting Las Vegas in any really adverse way. I just would hate to be in the cruise ship business or the airline business for those reasons, because you're flying in a tube or you're stuck out in the ocean with a bunch of people. Oh, by the way, community spread doesn't mean that it's coming to your community, okay? Community spread means that somebody caught the disease that is not apt to travel outside of their community. So if somebody gets a disease in Green Valley that hasn't left Green Valley to go to any other state or even outside of that community of, 20-mile radius, that person is going to stay in that community. That's called community spread, because that one person is going to go within the community, so you've got to stop him. It's actually easier to contain that way, okay? And that's what community spread means. It doesn't mean that it's jumping from community to community as it sounds. These terms are very scary, but they don't mean much, okay? All right, so come to Vegas, come gamble, and make sure you smoke cannabis a lot too. That helps a lot with the anxiety. Indica. Take care.